Howdy folks, this is my ship review of the mining frigate, the Venture. The Venture became available with the recent Retribution expansion, and at first glance, and based on what the developers have said, it seems and supposedly is designed to be just like an entry-level mining ship for noobs that haven't got the mining barge skills yet. But I think there's perhaps more to it than that. Let's have a look, shall we?
Warp drive active.
First, we've got to compare the Venture with the mining barges. That's the logical first step here. So I compared it with the smallest and cheapest of the barges, the Procurer. And in terms of mining yield, the Procurer will score you 2,347 cubic meters per 3 minutes. So you got to divide that by 3, of course, to get the per minute value. So that's 782.33 recurring per minute. Now the Venture with 2 mining laser 2s, that's 200 cubic meters per mining laser. So slap that together, that's 400. So it turns out to be just a little bit better than half as good as the Procurer. If that makes any sense to you whatsoever. Now, of course, you have to keep in mind that this is going to vary based on your skills. But I think it's fair to compare them. The comparison is still going to be pretty similar. The results are going to be pretty similar regardless. All right, moving on, we'll look at the other stats. The speed, oh, forget about it. the Venture blows the mining barges out of the water. I mean, when the fastest mining barge, if I'm not mistaken, will go 90 meters per second. The Venture, on the other hand, is 335. What? Moving on. Let's look at the ore holds. We'll start with the Procurer, which has 12,000. The Retriever that has 22,000, and that hold will actually increase with your mining barge skill. And the Covetor, that is 7,000. I'm not looking at the T2 variants here because the Venture is a T1 ship. So the Venture is 5,000 ore hold. So in my mind, that's comparable to the Covetor. Full hold of ore, like Scordite, that's a reasonable price, will get you 1 million for a full hold. In comparison, the Procurer will get you about 2 million for a full hold. So once again, it's just about half as good as the Procurer. Last but not least, let's look at the tank. I'm not even going to quote numbers here because just the tank on the Procurer alone is obscene. And that's why I love it. The tank on the Venture is like wet tissue paper having a bad day. But that's alright. I think it makes up for that with its insane speed. Like, you know, slap an afterburner on that and pooh, forget about it. Alright, now let's get to the interesting part. When I looked at the Venture in greater detail, I decided that my view of it is that it is a hybrid. It's a hybrid between a combat frigate and a mining barge. So I thought, what the hell, I'm going to compare it with the Rifter, right? Everyone loves the Rifter, even though it's ugly as sin. That's alright, we'll forgive it for that. And I was surprised. Alright, sure, as expected, the tank on the Venture is just under half that of the Rifter. That's fine. But the speed is comparable. The capacity and recharge time, that's identical between the two ships. And the resistances are identical. You know? And in case you guys weren't aware, the Venture actually has turret slots. You can put like autocannons or whatever on it. Projectile weapons would probably be the best because anything else would just chew through the capacitor like nobody's business. But yeah, I'd love to see that. Just, you know, like a whole fleet just tearing through everyone, and the people are like, what? They're mining frigates. What's going on here? Or trying to trick someone, baiting and lying in wait. I don't know. I'd love to try that sometime. I'll get back to you on that. Now, fits for this puppy are really bloody hard to find. I did find one solitary thread. Someone had asked what a good fit for, and I think you're not going to find these kinds of threads a lot because people just think, oh, it's just a shitty noob mining ship. It's not difficult to fit, but if you want to use it for something a little unconventional, then yeah, you got to think about that. And I actually saw some people put the prototype cloaking device 1 or whatever it's called in the empty high slot there, because it does have 3 high slots. 2 of those are turret slots. So that's interesting. You could do some ninja mining or whatever. That'd be fun. Make mining a little bit more exciting, because right now it's about as exciting as horse shit. No offense to people who are interested in horse shit enthusiasts, but let's face it. Anywho, if you'd like to see my current fit for the venture, click down below in the description. There's a link to the blog post. It has a little bit more information about these comparisons I'm making here. So it's got the fit, it's got my terrible math, my mining yield math. So check that out. And of course, don't forget my other channel, music, comedy, and such, an eclectic bouquet of awesomeness. So check that out, enjoy that, and thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.